Full of Hunger Boxing. We here with the main event. Now you just saw him. You just saw him on my IG. This is Maybaxh Hot. He came out with the mask on and everything the last fight, and he's fighting for a title this one. So this is a big one. So before we even talk, I wanna give you your props and say, one thing about you is you always looking out for everybody around you, sure. And that's something real, like realer than boxing. So for that, I'm gonna say we're gonna give him his props now. Like make sure you give people their flowers when they around. So now let's get into the fight, man. You looking sharp, you hitting hard. Like I'm over here and I'm hearing it pop over there. Yeah. So this might be the hardest I've seen you hit. So what's going on? What you doing in camp, man?
We're doing everything, man. We're doing a lot of strength and conditioning. We training. I got over 31 rounds in of sparring in 2 weeks. So we sharp, man. We prepared. We ready for this.
Yo, man, I got to see it firsthand on IG, man, and y'all were going hard. Like, y'all had a good crew with y'all. Yeah. And, I mean, you're running stairs, doing strength and conditioning. I mean, everything. Y'all going hard. How you feeling?
I feel good like with 2 O's, man. The work been put in now. Only thing it's time for me to do now is just go put that work in.
Perform. Yeah. Go to perform. Look, I can't stress enough, man. This is a real solid brother right here. He just did a Q&A with the whole gym. You know, we having a media day here, and even though this is his day, he still brought in fighters who are up and coming to let them know, like, look, these are some other guys to look out for. So this is somebody that, anytime you get the chance, I want to make sure y'all go out and support. Friday, July 23rd, title fight, man, title fight. Yo, how do you feel? Working your way up to this level? Because, I mean, it's been a long time coming, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long road, you know what I'm saying? Nobody said it would be easy, you know what I'm saying? But for me to get here, I had to work my ass off because this boxing. You can't play boxing. It ain't like I can pass the ball to somebody when I get tired. Exactly. I can't tag nobody in. So at the end of the day, when that bell ring, it's all on me.
Exactly. And you're boxing out of Granite City, man, and, we've seen a whole bunch of fighters that we've interviewed from this gym already. So what is it like, iron sharpens iron? Like, what's it like training with these guys?
Man, it's just a pleasure, man, to be amongst guys that's great. Like, a lot of them are younger than me, but when they come to boxing, they like my big brothers because they IQ so high, they so sharp. So every day I'm in the gym, I learn something from them. You know what I'm saying? I'm training with them, I'm learning something from them every day. So it's just a blessing, man. Every day is a blessing.
That's a blessing, man. Listen, I can't stress enough, man. I'm there July 23rd, this upcoming Friday. Maybaxh Hot, making the city hot again, man. So we here. Come out, support, show love. What's your IG so people can follow you, bro?
Man, follow me on Instagram at Maybaxh Hot, MAYBAXH_hot. And make sure everybody, if you ain't following Full of Hunger Boxing, then you ain't fucking with yourself. Go follow the guys, man. Best shit doing it, man. I love these guys, man. Much respect.
We kicking ass on Friday, bitch.
Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the white trunks, he is sponsored by Team Live True, Rosie's, and Western Team. He comes to the ring representing Granite City Boxing Academy, wearing a multi-colored trims with black trim, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall. He weighed in at 146.6 pounds. He comes to the ring undefeated with a record of 7 wins, no losses in 1 draw, with 4 of those big wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out and representing east side of Atlanta, Georgia, ladies and gentlemen, he is Maybaxh welterweight championship decided in 6 rounds or less.
Yeah, Full of Hunger Boxing. Yo, we making history today. This is the first champion that I'm getting to interview. Newly crowned champion in the new. So let's get to it, man. If you in Atlanta, you already know who this is sitting next to me. There's no explanation needed. But if you don't know, this is Maybaxh Hot. Newly crowned champion. He won the belt Friday. Yo, thank you for being on the show, bro.
I appreciate it.
Yo,
brother.
thank you, man. So we're gonna get straight to it. So let's introduce yourself, and then we're gonna get straight into it.
All right, how y'all doing? I'm Maybaxh Hot, 8-0, the new USBF Intercontinental welterweight champion.
Yo, big, man. The whole event was, crazy. Like, if you had to be there, the packed house, a lot of emotion running high. Everybody was there to see him win. I'm talking about, I haven't been in an atmosphere like that where you're just surrounded by people who want to see one person win. And that's amazing to me because usually you go somewhere there's going to be haters. But for this event, I could just say everybody, especially who I was sitting around, everybody was screaming, yelling for this man to win. And that speaks high volumes of your character because you have so many people who I just come across who they speak highly of you and they want to see you win. So I think that intrigues me a lot when it comes to you. And for that reason, I want to break it down in the interview. I want to take it all the way back to basically you coming up to where you are now. And I want to understand, just like I'm sure other people want to understand, why people love you so much. Because, you have one thing that struck me about the crowd there, because I got to, I was in the back with you guys. I was in the crowd with the people. I was walking around just seeing some of the people who were there. There's people who root for you from all walks of life. There's not, if you go somewhere, let's say a basketball player, and all the basketball players know this guy, then okay, he's associated with basketball. But you go there and there's people who, M500 was in the building rooting for you. Sure. This guy, if y'all don't know who this is somebody who owns a jet. All right, so this is the type of levels that we're talking about. And then, there's the everyday person who, I live up the street, let me just roll up here because Hot fighting tonight. Sure. And this is 4th or 5th fight that I've been up yours, so I've been there for a lot of fights. Yeah. So break it down to me, tell me about, just where you come from and your upbringing and what got you to this point.
I think me knowing so many people knowing me from, being in the streets and just, I stayed all over the east side. I went to 7 different elementary schools. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's just me just treating people right, you know what I'm saying? Treating people how I want, doing to my brother doing for my brothers and sisters as I want for myself, you know what I mean? So I think that's just pretty much what it is. I treat everybody right, you know what I'm saying? That's just like you come to my fight, I know somebody having a party, I'm going to support them, I'm pulling up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just like, I get love where I get love at, I get love to everybody, you know what I mean? So
hey, I'm excited, so we kind of jumped the gun. So, usually we start off and I tell you how I met the person or how I'm associated with the person. Now, Hot is the first person that I did not meet in a boxing gym. So what he just said speaks volumes because I met this man outside of a club one day. I was going to, it's a big club out here. I had people inside. I met them at the club. They told me, go to the side. I'm going to send a bouncer to let you in. I was there for less than 5 minutes before Hot come up. It's Hot, his brother, and a few other people. Like, he was deep. You had a lot of people with you. And, Hot came up. He said, how long you been out here? It was less than 5 minutes, but he was like, oh, nah. So he was like, hey, let us in. So he knocked on the door. Somebody came. I'm talking about less than 30 seconds. Somebody's coming to the door. And he was like, come on. He didn't have to do that. He could have walked in and was like, all right, yeah, somebody be out for a minute. And, he could have went in. So that's big, and that speaks volumes to what he's talking about as far as his character and treating people how you want to be treated. So, again, that was love, man. I won't forget that. I'll never forget that. But going into the boxing, man, when did you start?
I started boxing about 14 years ago.
14 years ago, all right. And what got you started? What was the thing that got you in the gym?
I used to fight a lot when I was younger. I always fought, so it's just something I just turned a negative into a positive. Yeah. So I always liked Floyd. I always liked Vander Holyfield. Mike Tyson, one of my favorite fighters. You know what I mean? So it was just something I always wanted to do. Yeah. So I got into it. amateur was kind of hard for me, you know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't really into it then. So once I really just took it serious and bit down, it was good for me.
Understood, for sure. What prompted you to turn pro, or when did you turn pro, rather?
I turned pro like 3.5, 4 years ago.
Okay.
It was amateur. I never really took it serious. So then I lost my best friend, Julian Wine. I lost him to the streets. Okay. So it was just something just clicked when he died, and it was just, he used to call me every day, wake me up. He used to try to get me running. He used to try to get me to take it serious. And when he died, something just clicked, and I took it serious. I sat down with Vic Green from Post Boxing called. And he was like, man, I see, you selling out the amateur shows, this, that, and that, man. What you think about going pro and this, that, and that, and third? I sat down and had a talk with Pops. Long live Coach Lopez. We sat down, we had a talk, and he was like, let's do it, son. What you waiting on? Yeah. So we just took it from there. Once we went there, I just took it serious, locked down, bit down, and did everything I was supposed to do.
That's real. That's real. And speaking of Drew, man, I remember, if I'm not mistaken, I saw him fight. It's not there anymore. I think it was Club Europe. They had that round building off of 85, right? So I want to say he was on Mike Seals fought on that card, because that's when I first met Mike. So that was my first fight that I ever been to in Atlanta.
Right.
And I went to the fight, and he came out. He was like shorter dude, kind of light skinned dude, right?
Sure.
And I was like, yo, who is this kid? Like when he came out, yo, he was bouncing, and I think he stopped the dude quickly. I mean, he could fight. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, man.
That was the running your hands and changing the angles before Lomachenko.
Yeah, that's real, man. Because I see you rep him hard, like on your trunks, jackets.
All my jackets, Jimbo on the back. That's my dog. Yeah,
that's real. So was that basically the force that got you like just focused, like yo?
Just had me lock in and just take it serious, because it's just like, he wasn't never one of those guys you thought you'd lose to the street. She was just a boxing with, God bless him, with talent. He was nice. So it was just like, you just gotta take this serious.
Understood. Yeah, it happens like that. Turning the negative into a positive. So you was able to get something positive out of that. So, it's definitely unfortunate, bro, but the fact that you're doing what you're doing now, that's going to give him a reason to smile looking down like what you're doing, because I mean, what you're doing isn't easy. What you're doing is definitely not easy, because not only are you fighting at a high level, but just the support that you're able to get from it. Because you see, I mean, you know more than I do, but there's hundreds of fighters in Atlanta that they're not able to carry a card, for everybody to come out. And I'm talking about genuinely love, because it's different if somebody's in front of you. Right, if somebody's in front of you and they're like, "Yo, Hot, what up, man?" and they showing you love.
Right.
But when I was able to watch the fight this time. I was telling you this just now. Usually when I'm at his fights, I'm recording, so I'm looking through a 5-inch screen on my camera, and I'm doing this. I was able to soak in his title fight. I'm talking about from start to finish, because we had the media day.
Right.
I was able to get in the back. I'm watching him, his whole mode going into the fight. I'm able to see all of this, and then I'm able to go step away from that, go into the crowd, and now I'm around all these people who are there to watch the fight.
Right.
And you come out, and I'm talking about like it's electric. The lights go low, right? The lights is low. There's smoke coming everywhere.
And fire coming out the screen.
Yo,
all on the pillow.
I'm talking about like I want y'all to get the picture. So.
Purge announcement playing.
Yeah, the purge is going, like, yo, I'm talking about, yo, and everybody, you hear, let's go hot, like, you just hear hot coming from all these random places in the building, and when he comes out, I mean, everybody's going crazy, and it's like, yo, you don't get that genuine love when you're not in front of somebody a lot of the time.
Right.
So it's a big deal to me when I see it, because it's like, yo, this guy got to have a story behind him for people to say, yo, I'm supporting him this hard.
Yeah.
So Carlos Jackson, that's another one of my brothers. He was sitting next to me, and that's somebody who you shouted out leading up to the fight. So that was somebody who helped you as far as getting ready?
Man, I did. my 3 weeks of sparring, 2.5 weeks, I got 31 rounds in with Carlos.
Yeah, that's
31
crazy.
rounds.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? That's just that push.
Yeah.
Just push me to go to the next level. He's going to strength and conditioning with me, running sprints, running stadium stairs, calling, waking me up to run miles. It's like he was there the whole way, the whole push. Like, what, you gonna get this belt? We're gonna push. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you gotta appreciate that, man.
Got to. And I'm gonna tell you, the same energy that he had with you there, the same energy he has sitting next to me watching the fight, because he's screaming and he's saying like, yo, you know, he's trying to coach you from the side, like he's screaming what he sees from the ring. So I'm gonna say that's another person who got genuine energy.
Oh yeah,
so
that's my dog.
that energy from Carl is definitely genuine, man. So let's talk about, because we saw you media day, and you came, we did the mid work, and I told you media day. I said, yo, this might be the hardest. It wasn't on camera, so y'all didn't see it. But I said, yo, this might be the hardest I've seen you hit, because you was in the ring and we was a distance away, but you heard a pop every time he hit the pads. You heard a pop. So I said, yo, this might be the hardest I've seen you hit. And eventually he got the stoppage in the fight, and that didn't surprise me at all, because when I saw his demeanor going into the fight was just business. Like, before the fight last time, not your title fight, but the fight before that. I'm in the back. He's like, yo, what up? And he said, yo, I didn't even know you was back there, because he was just so focused in on this fight that it was something to see, for real. Like, it was something to see. Like, I haven't seen that side of the highway. It was just all business. Like, he wasn't. Matter of fact, the crazy thing, you was stretching, right? You was going up the aisle. You was stretching, like you was doing this. You bumped into me, and you was like, you stopped. I moved out the way, and you just kept going again. So that's how focused you was. Like you was. Yeah, see what I'm saying?
I was locked in. Man. I knew I came there for one thing.
And you saw it.
Yeah.
I'm talking about your whole demeanor, bro. Like, you saw the just focused in. So I want to know what. I know you said you did the 31 rounds this one, and your coach told me that as soon as I came in, he said, yo, I did 31 rounds. Like, we used to, this is a title fight. So he told me that you took that from, I want to say you was doing like 12 or something like that, to all the way to 31.
Yeah, we might have got 2 sessions in, you in camp, but we went 2 or 3 sessions. We got 31 rounds in. Like, I got 6 sparring sessions with Carlos, 5 sparring sessions in 2 weeks.
That's crazy. So talk to me about the change that you made from this camp to your title fight. What was some of the big changes that you made?
Everything was consistent. My strength and conditioning was consistent. My miles was consistent. I shut off from everything that I really was supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? So it's just we locked all the way in for this camp.
Yeah.
Just all the way in, man. It was like a focus from no other.
Yeah.
Just locked all the way in, bit down, and did everything we were supposed to do.
And your opponent came in ready to fight.
Yeah, he came ready to fight.
The first thing that my boy said after you won, he said, yo, Hot is patient, because you came in and it wasn't some people are focused and they come in, they run and they're just trying to hurry up and get them out.
Right.
You came in patient, working behind your jab, and eventually you started putting him on the back foot.
Right.
And I was like, yo, keep him on his back foot, because he kept backing up.
Right.
And you gave him an angle, you hit him to the body, and again, that thud that you had in the ring, I heard that same thud when you hit him to the body. Myself, my brother, who's behind the camera right now, and my boy said, ooh, when you hit him with that body shot. And I knew from that point on, I said, nah, it's going to be a matter of time, because you can see the body language change in your opponent.
He was breaking down.
Yeah. So tell me walking through your mindset going, I'm talking about from round by round. Do you remember round by round?
Yeah, for sure.
So break that down to me round by round, what you seeing in the fight that we may not be seeing.
Well, we knew that my opponent, Charles, my opponent, Drake Heightfield, I appreciate the opportunity, first and foremost. He was a tough guy, strong, and he's solid. We knew he was going to come out hot. We knew he was coming to fight. We knew he was strong. But we knew to stay behind my jab. We knew to work behind my jab, stay patient, just work behind my jab. So when I came out shooting my jab at first, we really couldn't miss with the jab.
Yeah.
So I tried my right hand early, and he got away from my right hand, so we knew he was looking for my right hand. So the second round, we jabbed. We said we was going to use the double jab to get closer to touching my right hand. So I started touching it to the body with my right hand. Stayed behind the jab, just moved, stayed behind the jab. We knew he was trying to throw a hard right hand. We knew that was coming.
Yeah, I saw that.
We kept an eye on that. We watched for that. So we just stayed behind the jab. The third round, we started to open up more. Double jab, more right hand, started putting the threes, started putting the punches together, combinations. In the third round, he was throwing at the beginning of the third round. In the second round, early third round, he started throwing a lot of hard shots. A lot of hard shots. And then toward the middle of the third round, he started dying down. So as he started dying down, we started opening up and pushing a little more. Fourth round, we came back to the corner. My corner told me to open it on up. Just go on and open it up. Just start walking him down. So as we started opening up and walking him down, he started moving. And like you say, his body language started changing. He started hitting him with body shots. He was turning. And so we knew he was hurting him. So we just stayed down with the body and we touched him with those last two body shots, and he took a knee. So we knew we had him. So we went right back to the body, just pressed him, walked him down.
That was impressive, bro. Like I enjoyed it thoroughly, man, because I knew, just from media day, talking to your coach. I mean, I know all the guys that you was with. Y'all put in hard work.
Yeah,
y'all put in hard work. So it's dope to see, that hard work transition into an accomplishment that everybody has going into a gym.
Right.
Day one, I don't care how long you spent in the boxing gym. At some point, your thought process was, I want a belt.
Right.
So what's the feeling like to reach that pinnacle where it's like, yo, I want a belt?
Man, just want to keep pushing and get more belts, get more money, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna stop. We're gonna shoot for the cloud, man. We're gonna shoot for the stars, and just in case we fall short, we're gonna grab a handful of clouds.
I already know. So your mindset going from this fight moving forward. Tell me what that's like, because you set the bar so high now. Are we keeping the bar right where we at? Are we going higher, or what we doing?
We shooting for the stars, man. So I'm taking a week off, just let my body recover. You know what I'm saying? Get my mind back right. We back in the gym. Definitely. And I'm stopping.
Yeah, you need that time off. That's important, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the boxing breaks your body down quickly.
Yeah.
So that time off is important. What's your next goal? Because one thing that changes, look, you got this now.
Yeah.
So people can look up and like, yo, who the champ? Yeah. They looking at you. So
I'm defending this.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I gotta train harder, because it's one thing getting it, but then keeping it and maintaining it. It's just like always getting the girl you want. So when you get her, then what you gonna do? You gotta do the same shit to get her, and you gotta do the same thing to keep her that you did to get her.
Big facts. So you're gonna keep that work ethic up.
Keep going.
But you
stop.
I say all the time. Every time I'm in this gym, I say all the time that y'all got it good, because y'all have so many hitters in this gym.
Yeah, for sure.
That it's like, yo, you got no choice. Like, for you to be here, that says a lot just as a fighter. For you to be in this gym.
Yeah, it's all dogs.
It says a lot as a fighter.
All future world champions in this gym. So I don't have no choice but to go on.
You got to. Like, there's no choice. Like, for you to be here, you have to.
They don't know. You know I'm in the gym with Najee Lopez, Cheeto Lopez, Casey Hitchump Dixon, Brian Norman, amongst a bunch of phenomenal amateurs. Justin Beasley, Goodson, and we just stacked. Carlos come over here. He come get work. It's like we got Lil Zach. What more can you ask for? Eli.
Y'all stacked.
Loaded.
I tell, that's the joke, because there's this guy from Brooklyn, Flat Sparks, who he goes live, and he always shouts out. He knows Najee and Tito.
Yeah.
So he's always shouting them out, like throwing their stuff up.
Right.
He know Casey too, obviously, but he's always like, yo, this ain't the gym to go to. Like when y'all from out of town, because he's from Brooklyn, so he's not from here. But he tells people, like, when y'all, all the boxers who tune into his lives, when y'all go out of town, y'all go to ATL, don't go to that gym. So that's the joke, because y'all, I mean,
Don't play.
It's no games being played, and all of y'all have the same demeanor, same confidence when I see y'all out.
Yeah,
you know, it's
sure.
like, yo, this is y'all. It's a confidence knowing that we put the work in.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So when I go to your shows and I see you, it's never a thought like, damn, I wonder if they train for this fight. I already know y'all got pushed to a high level.
Yeah.
So with you moving forward, what's the plans? Like what's an immediate goal that comes to mind when you talk about the future?
Millions and billions.
Uh-huh.
That's what we want, millions and billions, man. Like, you know, we got a title now, so it's like you can't deny it now.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go around it. Like, we looking for the showtime. We looking for the top rank. We looking for, you know what I mean?
For sure.
I mean, that's what we want. We want the money. Like, we ain't here to say, oh, we better than this person, or we competing with them, or we ain't competing with nobody. We doing our own thing. We want some belts. We want some millions.
Exactly.
We gonna keep pushing.
I agree. You guys got shout out to Vic, man. Vic is he's somebody who really seemed like he really want the best. Like, I got it. You'll see the footage once we release it. But you win. Like they call a fight. You jump up on the ropes. You know, you come down. The first person who grabbed you and start hugging you, Vic.
Yeah, for sure.
So I was like, yo, that's love. Like, you could just see, you know, he want the best for y'all, put y'all in the best position.
Yeah, shout out to Big Green, man, post boxing, you know what I'm saying? None of this would be possible without Big Dog, you know what I'm saying? You know, first I get an honor to God, and I give a shout out to Big and post boxing, because without them, they wouldn't give me the opportunity to be a world champion right now.
For sure.
So shout out to post boxing and Big Green.
For sure. That's like Al Heyman, man. Because he look out for y'all, man.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
And you can see it, like, when I got there, it's like, oh yeah, make sure, you know, he want to make sure that everybody's set up.
Good.
So yeah, that's love. With your training, with your fights, is there anything that you haven't done? I mean, obviously the millions is coming, but I'm talking about inside the ring. Is it something that you're looking to do inside the ring that you haven't done yet?
Just get better. I'm just every day. I just want to be better than I was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, one step at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Rome wasn't built in a day. We just keep pushing, staying consistent. Consistency is the key.
For
You know
sure.
what I'm saying?
But you see it in your fights, and I'm keeping it all the way 100 with you. You
Yeah,
see it in your
appreciate
fights.
it,
Like I could see the improvement from fight to fight.
Yeah.
This to me was your best performance that I've seen, and I said that from you got to see the side by side, because I get the advantage of with the camera.
Yeah.
I could look back and say, all right, yeah, this is him here, and I could look and see this and say, okay, this is him here. So I get the advantage of seeing it, and I'm gonna make sure I share it with you. I want you to see it too.
Yeah.
But you could just see there's when your last fight, you're in the back, you warming up, boom, 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 you're hitting the mitts.
Mm-hmm.
You could see you doing it, but then you could see this time how it's like there was an intent behind it.
Yeah.
Like you could just see the difference in your focus when you were going to the ring,
Right.
when you were warming up. I mean, everything that you were doing was just different.
Okay.
And that level,
Yeah.
we got to keep it right there,
Oh, yeah, for
or
sure.
higher.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that hot is something that people gonna have to deal with.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
And then the patience that you showed, it wasn't. That was a veteran performance. I felt. So the patience that you showed leading into the fight is hard, because you it's not like amateurs where you just come out and you just throwing punches.
Right.
You came and there was a patience where it's jab.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what he do. You seeing everything coming to you. I
Right.
felt like you saw everything, because every time he threw, you was out the way.
Right.
You didn't get. I didn't see you get hit with anything crazy. So you were focused. I'm talking about from round one moving forward.
Right.
So that's something I feel like you came a long way with. Just as far as your patience, it wasn't. Let me go out there and try to get him out of there as soon as possible. It was, all right, let me see what he's gonna bring to the table.
Right.
Let me touch him. Let me see what he's gonna do. All right, let me get out the way here. Or this, I could pick up the pace right here.
Right.
And then finally, when you got to the point where it was like, oh yeah, I feel it.
Right.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
That was it. But yeah, man, that just your pedigree, I feel, is coming along.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Amateurs is amateurs.
Right.
So I know everybody. There's people who they're decorators in amateur. There's some people who they don't have a lot of amateur fights. There's people who they didn't do good in the amateur, but that has nothing to do with the pro because that's a whole different style.
Yeah, sure.
So with you, what do you feel the difference was for you from one to the next? Other than your focus, I know you wasn't fully focused.
Me being consistent, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think one of the reasons with me being as sharp as I am too, this is my third fight this year. So usually I be done broke my hand, I be out 6 months, 8 months. So I'm just constantly just back in the gym, just sharpening. So I think that's when a lot of people haven't never seen me this thing. So it's gonna catch a lot of people off guard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we ain't breaking no more hands. We back in the gym. We staying sharp. We staying in shape. So there's a lot of motherfuckers in trouble.
Yo, keep that. I'm serious, man. Yo, what you bring into not only boxing but just to the city in general.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've ever been to your event where it was like bad. I'm talking about bad vibes throughout anybody. Like it's not like the person sitting next to me, like me and you beefing. You know what I'm saying?
It's all good vibes.
It's all good vibes throughout. So that's big, just as the city.
All good vibes and vibes.
So yeah, man, like that's big in general, man. I mean, it's a joy to see the journey. I think I'm 3 fights in at this point, or something like that. So it's cool to see the journey.
Yeah.
It's cool to see where you're headed because I mean you have a strong team behind you. So I don't see any digress coming. I see everything moving up.
Yeah.
What's something that you have long-term success? Your goals. Besides, I know the millions, but what was long-term? Like what's the pinnacle of success that you want to reach?
Eventually I'm gonna have my own promotion company one day.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah. I feel like it's gearing towards that already, man. Cause the same way we just talked about Vic, the same way we talked about just the vibes. I mean, the fighters love you.
Yeah.
You know, like there's matter of fact, your last fight, you couldn't hear it because I put music behind it, so you couldn't hear it. But I'm sitting next to DeAndre Smith, and y'all just saw him in the last interview. So once you knock the dude out, he's screaming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's a quiet dude. Like he funny. He's funny. He got a personality. He's crazy, but he's quiet. But you can hear him yelling after you stop him.
Right.
And it's just like the vibe that you get from the fighters too. The fighters love you. So I could definitely see, Maybaxh Hot Promotions or something like that. Hot Promotion. That's gonna go up for sure. Yeah, for sure. Because you get that love from the fighters too, man. So that's long term.
Yeah, for sure, man. You know, everything we're doing, we just staying consistent. Man.
Yeah.
Consistency is key.
For everything.
Yeah.
For anything that you do. Yeah. Well, how did the name come out? Maybaxh Hot.
Maybaxh Hot came from, I always had the name Hot. But Maybaxh, that name came from my brother. A lot of people don't know. They know Tracy T, that's my real brother. So when he got signed to Maybaxh, that's where the name Maybaxh Hot come from.
Got you. Yeah. Shout out to your brother too, man. I see him. Anytime I see him, I see you.
Yeah,
so that's,
for sure.
Yeah, that's love. Y'all was at Zab when Zab had his event here.
Celebrity fight.
Yeah.
Sure.
I saw y'all kicking it with my man. He from Brooklyn too.
What up?
What's his name? Little B Hop.
Oh yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah. See, I saw y'all rapping throughout the day, so that was dope.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
Do you have fighters who reach out to you and before your fights and
Zab reach out to me a lot of times in my fights. Albert, shout out to Albert Bell, Albert Prince Bell, Thomas Matisse, you know what I'm saying, Tyler McCreary, those guys, they reach out, man. They're just solid dudes. So
that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Anytime I told Najee that because he's somebody who people always shouting him out everywhere.
Yeah.
So I always say, man, to have those vets who embrace you and they can show you love.
It's all love.
Yeah, that's dope. That gives you a little extra boost, like, damn, he checked it, like he said what's up. Yeah, I gotta show out.
For me to get DMs and calls and text messages from Zab is big, man. Zab was like 3-4-time world champion. Like,
He one of the best to do it, man. Like he
future Hall of Fame.
Yeah, for sure. He got Zab. Funny story, Zab Mayweather, one of my favorite fighters ever.
Yeah.
But that was the only time that I went against Mayweather when he fought Zab.
Zab could have beat him.
Yeah.
Zab could have beat him.
Yeah. So that was my brother to tell you, because I still remember to this day, Mayweather came out to 50 Cent, I'll Whip Your Head.
Yeah.
Zab came out to 50 Cent, God Gave Me Style. And me and my brother just sitting there like, damn, like these are both our dudes. Like, you know, we sit here looking at each other like, damn, I don't know. But Zab, we was going for Zab, and then it was like, damn, like, it was a good fight though, man. It was definitely a good fight. So, yo, I want to say, yo, thank you for coming.
Thank you, bro.
Yo, thank you for coming, man. Yo, much success to you, bro.
I appreciate it, bro.
You somebody who, you know, we just started getting to the point where we rocking like real heavy, but man, like just seeing what you're doing as a whole. I'm talking about from just your character to boxing to what you're doing just for the city as a whole. Because it's not just what you're doing in the boxing community, it's the city. Because you have so many people who come into the fights who they don't know left from right when it comes to boxing, but they know you. And they there screaming as loud as the person who trained with you, who did all these rounds with you. They screaming as loud as Carlos.
Right.
So that's a different type of love that you bring into the city, bro.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, and another thing, because I don't know how many people are transitioning from your last video from the media to this, but something that I said in the media day, he brings he has the spotlight a lot of the time. When he goes places, people notice him. When cameras is out, people put the cameras on him. And he doesn't take that opportunity to just big himself up. He'll grab the person who's coming up and say, yo, look out for him too, look out for him too. And that's something big as far as character is concerned. Because he can take in more attention than he gets, believe me. Like when he's at an event, people, there's hot. And they paying attention. But even for your championship fight, you won the belt. The mic was going like in and out.
Yeah.
But I heard, yo, where's K Champ at?
Yeah.
Where's K Champ?
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah.
This is your moment, but you're looking for the next person.
Right.
So that's something that you can't deny. Like that's somebody like that you gotta root for. Always gotta root for. You always gotta show love to. Go out and support. He just fought, so we don't have a date yet, right?
Yeah, we're looking at October.
October?
Yeah.
Alright, so
we're in October.
Y'all look out for that. Put that on your calendars. And somebody like this, you gotta support. I don't care what y'all got going on. Even if you can't go, buy a ticket just to show love. Buy whatever the cheapest ticket is. Buy that if you can't make it. But show love, support, and let's keep this going because he's bringing unity to the city. He's bringing other people up, and he's making everybody around him a better person. So like that, we're gonna leave off. And the new Maybaxh Hot, man. Yo, show love. Yo, thank you, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
No doubt, man.